so I'm trying to beat 21 and a half. Ronnie got 21 and a half, which is a beast. Seal. It's just fish. Oh, it's a nice thing. Oh, it's a white sea bass. Oh, fucking. Yeah. Woo! Yes! Oh. Not as big. Not as big, but I'm taking these stones. I didn't know about the stones on the last one. Oh. I'm the Viejo's model. Woo! Yes! Oh. And it's a keeper. It's got to be 28. It's 34. I gotta get along. I gotta work on that. Allegedly, these things are hard to catch, but I seem to have no problem. Yellowtail. Big yellowtail. Oh my god. Oh, it's a white sea bass. Woo! Yes! Got some, that white sea bass is delicious. I can't believe the seal didn't come for that. I jerked it on the deck. Oh, this one bleeds out. It's all on the slow retrieve. These things seem to apparently eat stuff in kelp beds and like more slow-moving, chill water, similar to like bass. So you don't want to give it a fast retrieve like it was the yellow. The last two times I caught him, slow retrieve on swim baits. That's probably why their meat's the way it is. Like cobia has that like white, flaky meat, or like it's different than like the fast-moving jack style or like tuna style. The meat just looks different. And cobia is the same way; they just chill, move slow. So I don't know if that has something to do with it. I like the fat fish. This is my honey hole for white sea bass. Can't tell anyone about it. What they do to the bait? I don't know what they are. They like swim in like 15 feet down. Last time I was here, in like 1 minute, I chewed through 5 baits. I had to leave. It's like $1.50, but they add up. So when I get a hit and I don't hook it, I like to slow down my retrieve and then open the bail. Like slow down the retrieve while still like feeling for a bite, and then open the bail and let it go for a second. And what I think that does is, if the fish hit it and turn, it stops it from moving away from that area. But it also, at the same time, to me, mimics a fish that gets hit, gets stunned. And you know how fish do that. If you fight them, sometimes they sit there for a second. I assume that they do the same thing underwater if they get smacked by a big fish. So like that periodic pause, what you're doing is taking that tactical pause, keeping it in the area, and then getting your line taut again and starting to jig it back out. And a lot of times I get hit right after I start jigging it back out. Like the fish did the circle, saw it's like coming to, so the bait's like coming to, and then it kind of takes off and nails it, and it's so much fun. If you have your line taut and you're like ready for it, because you know it's coming. We're still over by that point. I just wanted to. It seems like it could be fun fishing, so I'm gonna stick around and try some things really nice out. So it's interesting to note the family, like the families of fish, right? So you got like mackerels. You got the whole line of mackerels, going from like little mackerels to chubs to Spanish to whatever. Was it Creole or whatever? That thing is supposedly good too. Yeah. So like a lot of good mackerel. You got king mackerel, kingfish. Awesome fish. And then turns out, which is an amazing fish, one of my favorite, if not my favorite fish, a wahoo. It's just the king. It's like the top of the line mackerel. It's just like the best mackerel. So like, and they are sick. I love how they run like so fast right at the surface, and you just see your line buzzing through the water at like 1,000 miles an hour. They're actually probably like 7 miles an hour. Wahoo are the third fastest fish to see. They're dope. But then there's like the other classes of fish too. So you got like, think about flounder, right? You got like, think of northeastern like winter flounder, how small those are, you know, all the souls. Then you got regular flounder, like southerners call flounder, or New Yorkers call fluke. It's a great fish too. That might be my favorite fish, but it's just one of the funnest fish you can ever fish for. Light tackle, you know, as small as a jig head as you can manage in the current. Just jig it off the bottom. So much fun. You always gotta loop your knot. This was a Palomar, by the way, which it's a knot I highly recommend. You just gotta make sure it's dressed up, or else it'll cut itself. It's got two that go over the loop, so if they're crossed, it'll cut itself. Kind of like demo can technically do, or allegedly do. Shout out to my 18 Charlies out there. It's like a vintage, like it's crazy. I'm 70 feet, but I feel like it could be like a rock right there. Cast a few in this hole right here. Ronnie just caught a dope yellowtail on this. Fish thumb bad. Bilateral fish thumb. Bilateral fish thumb is not what you want. Try it off. See if you can see it. It doesn't look bad, but if you fish, you know. And then when it's wet, like look at that. Look at all the shell. Price of fishing. Well worth it. I'm sitting here complaining about my thumbs, and I'm a medic, and I have everything I need right here to make me feel better. So I thought. So this is like a Cobain meets like bandage, meets like ace wrap kind of. Straight Cobain would be better right now because there's no adhesive, so it's better in like the water and shit. It doesn't get all gacked up.